Today, I'm headed to the new Spring Mill Distillery to meet my friend Adam Stewart and see firsthand the transformation of this historic building. Hey Adam, how you doing?
Dan, good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
All right.
Yeah, great. What a great building, huh?
This is absolutely fantastic.
So today we're meeting with Cooper Sleeman, who's going to give us a tour of the building and kind of oversaw the transformation of this location. We're going to hear all about the history of the building, and hopefully he shares with us a little bit of a secret about a little room they found downstairs. I'm Dan Gibson, and these are Royal City Stories.
Gentlemen, how are you? Welcome to Spring Mill.
Great.
Nice to see you. I'm well, thank you. You guys want to go for a tour?
Absolutely.
Let's do this. Perfect.
Originally constructed as a distillery by William Allen in 1835, this building also served the W.C. Woods Company for almost a century as a factory. Recently purchased by the Sleemans, the building has now been restored to its original purpose.
So welcome to the Rack House, guys.
Rack House. Love that
Arguably
name.
one of the most beautiful rooms in the distillery. We have about 80 barrels in here right now. They are different in the way they look because they will serve different purposes.
Mm-hmm.
We are a whiskey distillery at heart, but it takes time to get good
couple
whiskey,
years
right?
away,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah.
So it's about 3 years and 1 day, if you want to call it a whiskey in Canada legally. Right. So we're waiting now, playing the waiting game. But we do have about 80 barrels in here. Currently, our max capacity will be around 200, 250. Once we max that out, we are going to be looking for property in Guelph, Wellington area, to house our big proper rack house. But for now, this will do. And while we're here, I'll show you one thing that I've got.
Yeah.
This looks a little out of place up here, but my father actually wanted his office up here originally.
That's quite the view.
Yeah, well, that's exactly why.
I would take that out. So.
Yeah, so we had to shut him down a little bit on that one.
You said
we needed
no?
Yeah, might have. We need the space for the barrels, right?
Sure.
So we gave him a chair instead. Hopefully it'll do well enough for him. He'll come up here, have a glass, and admire the view that he wanted to have out of his office.
Right.
But it's not a bad place to sit and have a drink. So question.
Now, as I stood amongst these beautiful barrels, the question came to me: who makes the barrels, and how are they made? Well, there's a story to that too.
A barrel maker by trade is called a cooper, which is what I'm named after, coming from the alcohol family that I'm in. But the funny thing is my younger brother Quinn is apprenticing to be a cooper.
Right.
He loves this stuff. He's more of a hands-on kind of guy. There's a lot of fun for him here.
So this is his space. This is largely his working
This
area.
is his working area. He's
Great.
apprenticing with the only master cooper left in Canada.
Really?
Pete Bradford is his name, so he's building some barrels for us, which is really exciting.
Yeah, I bet.
These are, what will happen in this space mostly is inspecting, maintaining, and repairing.
Right.
We can't char anything in here.
Yeah, you've got some new, and then look what looks like old
Yeah,
here.
so this is pine. This is mostly actually just for demonstration. So this isn't actually the wood that we would use for a barrel, but it's a good illustration of how the barrels are made.
Right.
This space is a good talking point for people to learn. It's more of an educational kind of center for people to learn on our tours that we have here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, again, just kind of an example of what it looks like before it's curved and finally built. This is
wood-fired here.
This is, a multi-use barrel here. So you can take a look.
I'm just going to get my head right.
Yeah, get your head right in there. It smells lovely. So it was
right.
It was bourbon down in Kentucky for 2 years.
Smells great, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. I know, I come here and just smell it myself sometimes. But then it was a Canadian rye after that for about 8 years or so. So this is what we'd call a multi-use barrel. It's got a level 3 char on the inside, and we'll put 100% corn whiskey into a barrel like this that we will eventually actually blend down. So this won't be.
So we're not retired. This barrel's not retired.
It's not
Still
retired. It's
serviceable.
actually just getting fixed up a little bit. Quinn's going to be in here, kind of doing a little bit of work on it. It was a bit leaky when we built it the first time, so that's why this is here. It's just
great.
We're going to be running through a lot of barrels. We want to make sure that we can fix them quickly. So that's why we built this for Quinn.
Now at this point, most people would say, great tour. Until Cooper mentioned a bit of a family secret that he wanted to let us in on.
welcome to the false basement or
Yeah.
false room. We're below the bar, which is right above us. This area was built in 1835. And I think it was probably purposely built as a little small holding tank for some old whiskey distilling holding tanks, as I mentioned. So the Ward neighborhood had a bunch of stills in it. My great-great-grandfather was the mayor of Guelph. And during the time he was smuggling beer and whiskey over to the States.
That's right.
Or he might have been, I wasn't there. But
Can neither confirm nor deny.
no, exactly. So this room didn't look like this when we first got here about 3 years ago. There was an old trap door right above my head here. These windows were blocked over. So this was completely dark in here.
No one knew it was
staircase.
here.
No one knew it was here. So Woods, W.C. Woods was here for quite a long time, and they didn't even know that this was kind of below their floor. So we've had to remove them, unfortunately. We do need a fire exit for the distillery, but we put them on display out front.
Out
So
front,
you'll see them
that's
on the
right.
way in. Yeah, exactly. They were piped through the wall. So again, folklore story.
Yeah.
Myth is that the cops would bust through the front door and they'd open the valve and dump the stuff in the river if they were holding it. So there's not much documentation on this
course.
particular area, but really this room is why we decided to put our distillery here at the Metalworks. So we're happy that it's here, and we think it's a cool story. It is a little bit of a VIP experience for you guys. We don't take the public in here. It's kind of a little bit of a holding room for us, but there you go, a little something special for you.
Yeah, awesome, excellent. Now, just a second. Any tunnels you want to share with us?
I'm still keeping those quiet, okay? Those are old history heirlooms.
That's right, family secrets. Okay, we won't get them all. Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for doing this. This has
Absolute
been
pleasure.
amazing.
No problem.
So excited about your transformation here.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
I know we have all had a lot of fun here today.
Certainly
So thanks so much.
Absolute
Cooper.
pleasure.
Really
Thanks for
appreciate
coming
it.
down. Really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
So that was something else.
Absolutely, it's fantastic.
Thanks so much for joining us today, Adam. That was terrific.
I'm finding myself coming back here more and more.
Yeah.
The Spring Mill Distillery has really been transformed. There's an exceptional amount of revitalization happening in the core right now with the development of the metalworks naturally. It's a place where folks want to come.
I agree.
There's a lifestyle opportunity for people. We're right down by the river here. Folks that are looking for lifestyle in an urbanized environment, it's happening right now as well, and it's very exciting.
If you have a story that you think we should be telling on the show, please send us an email to ideas@royalcitystories.ca, and we'll see you next time.